Man, oh man, oh 1 a.m. chatting with you guys. I thought we were done that stuff into LA, but games were supposed to start at 8:10 against Kansas City Royals. And then we get the update saying, oh, they're in a rain delay. I'm like, well, might as well get this bad boy out. But it's pretty dry for the 2 hours that the delay happens. But there is a threat of rain. Therefore, we got to keep the delay going. But after 2 hours of rain delay, they start the game at 10:15, which was ridiculous. And then when the rain actually starts, they're like, no, we'll keep playing. I was lost. Doesn't matter. Blue Jays win a massive one. 8-0, just do exactly what they're supposed to do against the Kansas City Royals. 8-0 at Kauffman Stadium. 32-22 are the Blue Jays now on the year, and a lot of great things you can talk about from this game. The offense was good, some long ball from some big names. You got some small ball as well, and your pitching staff was outstanding, and a major league debut to end off the ball game. Let's start with the offense. And nothing happened till the top of the fourth inning. Through 3 innings, both Lynch and Stripling were dealing. But at the top of the fourth, George Springer comes up and is down 0-2 in a count. And he battles and ends up walking. Again, he was down 0-2. Came back to walk in that AB. Brings up Bo Bichette. And he looks like it was a change of some sort, about 85 mile an hour on the outer half. And he drills a ball to right center field, and it's gone. Bo Bichette with a 2-run bomb. Blue Jays lead at 2-0 in the top of the fourth inning. And then the offense really started to get in their groove after that. Top of the fifth inning with Matt Chapman on base. I believe it was runners on the corners. Danny Jansen, it's a sacrifice fly. In comes Matt Chapman to make it a 3-0 Blue Jays lead. We move ahead to the top of the sixth inning. Somewhat of a similar pitch that Bo Bichette hit out. This one was to Vladdy, and he crushed this ball in a very similar spot. This time deeper, though. It was way out of here. Solo bomb for Vladdy, and he's getting hot. His 4th home run in the month of June. And the Jays are now up 4-0. But they weren't done. Alejandro Kirk gets on base, then Espinal gets a ball down in the zone, but him being the incredible hitter he is, stays with the pitch, goes down to get the baseball, and he crushes a 2-run bomb. Santiago goes deep. It's 6-0 Blue Jays. We go to the next inning, top of the 7th. Right, with George Springer on, Teoscar Hernandez drives him in. I believe was it the bases loaded? I can't remember if that was the inning. I believe it was the bases loaded with Joel Payams, former Blue Jay, on the mound. Teoscar Hernandez gets the RBI single. He ripped it into left field. George Springer comes in to score. The Jays lead at 7-0. We go ahead to the top of the 8th inning. And the Jays have a couple of runners in scoring position, right? What's going to happen here? Their catcher cannot hold the ball to save his life. I mean, there's 2 pass balls that he called the wild pitches, but for me, they're pass balls because those are very blockable balls that are easy. They didn't bounce anywhere. It was just a ball in the dirt that would have went right into your chest protector or right into your pads if you got down there. He did not. And he goes by him and all the way to the backstop. Gurriel comes in, slides in safely, scores on the wild pitch. It's 8-0 Blue Jays. And they seal the deal, they get the shutout, and they start this set of Kansas City, Detroit, and Baltimore off on a really good note. Exactly the way they're supposed to. Because we've witnessed teams like the Red Sox beating up on bad teams, the Yankees beating up on bad teams. They're doing what they're supposed to do. And the Jays haven't had that luxury to this point. They now do, where they're playing 3 teams who are in the bottom 10 or bottom 5 even in the American League. This is your time to grab a lot of wins. And they did that today. Ross Stripling, chicken strip, was incredible. And the rest of the pitching staff was really, really good. Now we'll get to all them in a bit. But offensively, the Jays had a total of 10 hits in the ballgame. Crazy, because they didn't have a hit going into the 4th inning. So it tells you the rest of the way how the Jays offense really got into their groove. 10 hits overall, struck out only 6 times. They did a really good job. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Went 1 for 3 in the ball game, obviously with the solo bomb, the run, the RBI, and he also walked once as well. So he got on base 2 of the 4 times he came to the dish. Vladdy again, giving us a lot of these type of performances, which, hey, I'm not going to complain about, right? If he's going to rip a shot, also walk once, and that's his day, now, I'll take that any day of the week from Vladdy. Teoscar Hernandez went 1 for 3 in the game with an RBI, and he also walked once as well. And this is right after we called those guys out in the last game, right? Because they weren't wearing sunglasses. It was a terrible thing. Blah, blah, blah. They go out there and they make an impact today. But the bottom of the lineup, I mean, that's something that has been great all season for the Toronto Blue Jays, but really is at the forefront today. Because Santiago Espinal went 2 for 5 with a run scored, 2 RBIs on the 2-run shot that he hit. Matt Chapman is starting to get hot. He's up near that 220 average now, over 300 OBP. That the OPS will be climbing a little bit. He went 2 for 5 with a run scored today, so he's starting to feel himself a little bit more. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., we talked about it, guys. We talked about it in that LA series where he was starting to get a few hits here and there with runners in scoring position, and we're like, damn. When this guy starts doing that, you know he's getting locked in. And his average is up near 250 now. Right? He was 2 for 4 with the run scored today. You know, and he was doing great. And those 3 are 3 of your bottom 4 guys in your lineup. Albeit, you know, with the deep lineup this Jays squad has, you expect dudes like that down there to get pitches to hit. And they were, and they're not missing them. And then that's the key right there. Also, before I talk about the pitching staff, I also want to give a shout out to the Toronto Blue Jays, period. The reason I do that is because every time they have lost a game the last little bit here, they've countered with an incredible game. Like, you go back to that opener against the Twins where they were bad. They lost 9-3. It was terrible. They went 12-3 the next day. Come back the next day, you know, Gosman wasn't great. The Vladdy and Teo incidents, all that stuff with Vladdy and Bo kind of yapping each other a little bit, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. You lose that game 8-6, and you lose the series. But you bounce back today on the road, 8-0 whopping. It's incredible. But how about that? We don't follow that up with a bad performance. How about they keep the good times rolling here? All right? Pitching staff-wise, Ross Stripling was absolutely remarkable. He was absolutely remarkable. 5 innings, allowed 1 hit. No runs, didn't walk a batter, struck out 2, was clean, efficient, did exactly what he needed to do in place of Hyunjin Ryu in his 5 innings of work. He was great. Julian Merriweather ran an inning, walked the first guy he faced, but other than that, went 1, 2, 3 the rest of the way. So he's been, again, like 4 or 5 solid straight outings for Julian Merriweather. He's been better lately. Question is it going to continue? And if so, how long is it going to last? Like, that's the big question mark for him. But again, he was good again today. Trevor Richards was good today. He went an inning, didn't allow a hit, didn't walk a batter, got a strikeout. Good job there. Trent Thornton went an inning, allowed 1 hit. I thought it was a catchable ball from Teo, but whatever. And it's 7-0 game. You don't want to have somebody hurting himself, so I get it. 1 inning, 1 hit, and a strikeout. And then the man making his big league debut at 29 years old, I believe it's Matt Gage, was on the hill. The lefty. And his numbers in AAA, look, for all us Jays fans, and if you follow the Blue Jays Center page, you know, as hardcore as all of us are on that page, we've been keeping an eye on some lefty guys in the bullpen down in AAA. We obviously know Taylor Saucedo is obviously hurt, but Matt Gage is down in AAA just doing incredible stuff. So he gets the call today, and he goes out there for the 9th inning and gives you a 1, 2, 3 9th inning and strikes out the final 2 guys he faces to end the ball game in his big league debut. You can definitely tell for the first few pitches that he was nervous, but he looked very good as the inning goes along. And his off-speed stuff looked pretty decent. Again, especially against lefties, kind of dies off and goes real down in the zone. I like what we saw from Matt Gage. Again, you don't know what you're going to get moving forward, but a very nice major league debut for him. And congrats to Matt Gage for a well-earned, because apparently his roller coaster ride has been crazy. And he finally made it to the big leagues, and he threw a scoreless inning and struck out 2 guys in the bigs. So that's massive for him. You know what else is massive for the Toronto Blue Jays? Not only the 8-0 win, but tomorrow you have your ace on the hill tomorrow. It's Alek Manoah taking the ball against the Royals versus Brad Keller. It's an tentative 8-10 first pitch, because you know if there's any sort of forecast in the rain in the forecast, you know they're going to just absolutely crap themselves and say, whoa, okay, well, let's fire the tarp on. We're scared, which is garbage. Shouldn't be happening. If it's If it's peeing down with rain, fine, so be it. If it ain't raining, you play. But whatever. Apparently in Kansas City is built different. I don't know. But Manoah versus Keller, it's an 8-10 first pitch tomorrow, as the Jays are to, at the very least, win the series and win back-to-back ball games, which is exactly what you want to see against KC. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game this evening, or I guess tonight, because deadline up this evening, smack the like button. I do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe. Oh, my God. Smack the like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are not already. Man, that was a tongue twister. I swear to God. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video. Thoughts on the game. Would you like? Would you not like from today's game? Guys, just go nuts in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on this team and where you're at mentally with these guys and all that stuff. Go nuts in the comments below. I do read all the comments. As much as I might not interact with all of them, but I do see them all. Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM, all that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Jays, and of course, tomorrow night, Jays Royals Game 2 of the 3-game set in KC at Kauffman Stadium. Alek Manoah, Brad Keller is a pitching matchup there in Game 2. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.